I think that people buy into the drama of whatever they think is going on in the nightclub late at night and form opinions about things that they don't know anything about, nor have they participated in. And they watch their current affair and their Today Tonight, and they see some movie that glorifies behaviour, and they make an assumption that that's what happens every single time.
I always imagined when I was young that I would be involved in music somehow. I wasn't quite sure how, but when I was 19, I got this job DJing. I knew immediately that that was what I was meant to be doing.
I feel like there's not enough of people being in a room and just dancing and not caring what they look like, not worrying about posting anything or getting a photo taken.
There's a minority of people who spoil it for the majority, and I always thought that the teacher that came in and punished the entire class for the actions of one person was completely unfair. And I still think that today, at 57 years old.
We used to go out in 1996 to the Crown and Sceptre, and we'd go in there when we got let in there because the bouncer wanted to see a girl on your arm. So we'd ring up our friends, "Oh, you just got to get me into this club. Then I'll buy you a drink and you can fuck off," whatever. And we'd get into the club, and me and my mates, we would, no kidding, have a couple of beers at the start of the night, and that little man, HMC, would start playing around 10 o'clock, and then, like an instant, it was 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. And he'd taken us through this absolute magical ride. It was like you're on a magic carpet, and he just took us on this ride. Sonically, it was like, what is this music?
There's very few things that can make me happier than when I'm DJing or making some good music or when I finish a good piece of music. Do you know what I mean? There's not many things that will make me happier than that. My boy definitely does. You know, I'm a father, I'm a dad, number one, like that comes first for me, but my music's I've always been into music in one form or another my whole life.
There's so little else to me, it's frightening. And I'm genuinely scared about not being part of music in some way, shape or form.
I'm passionate for my wife. I think of her a lot, but, you know, if I'm honest, the amount of hours I spend a day thinking about music is ridiculous.
Been listening to music since I can remember. My dad got me a little bit into it.
I saw it in my dad when I was growing up. He used to be at home playing guitars. I have photos of him playing records at home, you know, this sort of thing. He is so into music. That passion that he had is inside me.
I had a lot of older cousins and friends who would feed me a lot of disco and funk, so I sort of grew up with that sort of stuff as well. Going through that period was interesting, especially when you're going through, I guess, mainstream Australia. Where